in the game. So I can't get online. Yeah, still can't get online. This is some bad shit. Alright. So here we go. Is everybody ready? I'm gonna close this real fast. Then I'm gonna open it back up. Here we go. Oh shit. One second, y'all. There we go. Alright. Hang on one second. Turn this sideways. And get it popping. What up, Janinja? What's good, everybody? Boom, and we're back. And today, yes, today, I am back on YouTube. I know it's been a while. Look, everybody looking at me and shit. And plus, I have people watching from Bigo. Yes, on Bigo. So, if everybody's wondering what I'm playing on Bigo, it's actually kind of fun, but competitive at the same time. Mostly competitive. Why? Because I love playing racing games. Why I love playing racing games, you ask? Because it's fun. And I be joining events. Ain't my fucking fault. I just want to join in. So, without further delay, on Bigo, I love everybody. On YouTube, streaming, with it's Twitch and everything, I love you too. Hold up, I got. It's my feelings. Why don't I motherfucker fish out shit? Alright, here we go. And boom. Okay, so here we are. I want to show you the game I'm playing right now on Bigo. We are actually playing CarX Drift Racing. One of my favorite games I like to play, and one of the greatest games I will be playing throughout the game. So, if nobody didn't notice, well, nah, you fucking know. So, see, we got so many people on Bigo. Got 20. 20. I like this. Yeah, y'all tap on the screen, share it live, send gifts, and we're gonna have a fun entertainment. So, CarX, I'm gonna teach everybody the basics. If you don't know about CarX, I'm gonna show you. Bigo, just watch and learn. We're gonna learn this game. Now, this guy, and if everybody didn't notice, I'm on a team on this game. I'm on the team. It's called Team Rush. But I've been doing this livery on this car for a while, but we ain't gonna be drifting on this car. So we're gonna be drifting on a basic. We're gonna be drifting on a basic car. So we're gonna start with the first class, Class 1. We're gonna be drifting in this car. Now you may think this car is old, it's slow, but it runs a decent amount of horsepower. So everything matched out. You see I got tune preparations, the car setup and everything. You know, I try to make it look like the additional D. If everybody don't know what that is, y'all go look it up. It's a movie, and I actually watched it for the first time last year. It was actually interesting, and I like how they did it through the movie. So yeah, I don't have like damn Chinese symbols on the side of the shit, cause like where the fuck symbols at? Like worry about it. Goddamn fuck. I didn't have the preparations to the car, so like damn. So yeah, as you see, this is actually weird with the car, and you see how the angle, like look at that man's angle. even though the tire width is big, um, make it look a little smaller. Just put it 245, both in front and rear, so that way, it don't look like crazy. So, as I got the car set up like this, power, everything, and transmissions, yes, I've been doing experiments with some of the cars that I have, and I've been tuning up. I wanted to make sure that the way I wanted to set up and how I wanted to set up is basically how I need it. So, in this, change that, because right now we're feeling a little bit gifted. So, is everybody ready to learn how to drift with this car? I'm gonna teach y'all the basics on how to do a little counter steer and oversteer. It's gonna be a little bit crazy for a minute. So here we go. I don't know which track I want to try this on, but I'm gonna okay. How about this? Let's try a track that some people on my friends love to do, and that is we're gonna go to the West Coast Arena, RIL. This is actually Long Beach Coast Arena in Orlando. So let's learn from the basics, with the basic controls. Now, I know some people are more professional with different type of controls. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna show y'all right now this, because I have the map and I have these steers. Now, if people don't realize, some people start off with the controller. Since I'm on the controller right now, I don't have a steering wheel, but hopefully later in future I will have a controller. Now, if you're on controller, what I advise you to do is go all the way. You're gonna click settings and you're gonna go to controls. Now, if you on console, I advise people to make sure you understand and have your force feedback on your controller on. If you disable it, it's not going to give you any type of shit. But it per favor. I always have it on. So, if you're like me and you want to do this and you feel like you want to drift on automatic gearbox, it's cool, but you're not gonna have to feel the car like you wanted to. That's why I have it on manual, because you get used to this. Okay. Now, clutch. Now, most people prefer manual because they can do it, but I leave this on auto. If you're on a controller, I advise y'all, if you on controller, just listen to me and listen to me clearly. If you're on controller, okay, you're gonna need your clutch on your controller to stay on automatic, because it helps you work the lifetime. Rather you have it on manual or auto, manual will help save your life, because when you're shifting gears, the clutch will automatically just do its job. Now, steering wheel assist, that's only if you're on wheel. If everybody has a wheel color, like a wheel setup, like your steering wheel, your pedals, everything. Now, the reason why this is off, because I don't know how this is gonna do, but if I have it on, it's gonna be different. So yeah, but I have it off for a reason, because later future, if I do get a wheel set up, I'm gonna make sure that I learn how to do the wheel first before I do that. Now, controller assist, you might want to have this on, because I'm gonna show you right now. If I turn this off, right, like, watch this, y'all. Now watch this. You see how it turns quicker? Like, look at that. Look at it. Who gonna do that? Now watch this. This will be your first mistake. Now watch this. Be your first mistake, right? Now look. You see how that look? No, you don't want to. You really don't want to do that, because you look stupid. You're like, yeah, I'm learning how to use it. Like, no, you look stupid if you do that. You look dumb. Trust and believe. You look dumb. Cause look how this is on there. See, that's like a hard right. So that's why I have it on for a reason, because it actually helps me keep my car steady and turning. And it looks retarded. It looks fucking retarded. It looks like I'm on wheel, but I'm under control. So, yeah. Back to what I was saying. Back to that. You want to leave this on for a reason, so you won't look retarded, and you will have your first bad impressions looking at this shit. Now, wheel control, steering wheel angle. I have this on 900, so you put on, you know. But if you want to leave it on 360, 540, and 720, you'll be okay. But 900, I always keep it at that. If I go too far out the max, like 100, 1080, it would look retarded. So, well, not retarded, it would just be weird in a sense. So yeah, vibrate controller, I've had this off because every time when I'm drifting, it always has a way of vibrating. So if I get hit, my controller vibrates, and I'm trying to move my car, my controller would automatically just be acting funny. And it's like, yeah, so I have to reset it every time. So I have it off because I don't like how, I just don't like the feel. I don't like the feel. So wheel force feedback. Okay, matter of fact, let me just bring this down a bit. So this is my setup of where I have it. Okay, I have wheel force feedback at 90. I used to have it at 80, but I'm on 90. It works for me. So yeah, steer Z zone at 0. Steer linear at 90. Linear of the acceleration at 0.5. Brake linear at 1. Handbrake at 1. And clutch at 1. So if nobody don't understand about how this works, I'm gonna show you what the controller looks like. Boom! Look at that. Left stick only. Left to right. Acceleration. You know, that's my trigger. That's my trigger finger. Braking. You know what I'm saying? Left to right. Braking. Clutch. Now this is gonna be a favorite. Nobody, when it's on automatic, you can always use clutch because it always be like your handbrake for a minute, but it also be like your left foot braking is what they say. So if I use brake and clutch at the same time, it's gonna work. But I always do that if I'm like have like my RPM's not working at the time, so I go back again and then it switches back. Handbrake I always use because during in transitions and all that stuff. Flash. Oh, I'm gonna show y'all that later because this has a special ability. Camera, I always change cameras around them. I'm trying to learn how to drive inside the car. Previous camera, I don't change it, but I was always looking at this camera. So rear view is weird as hell. I don't like how it look. It look like the Forza type jank. You know what I'm saying? Reset the car, which means it resets my car in case I spun out, flipped over, none of that shit. Now here is the gearing process. It's only R1 and L1. So R1 I go to next gear and then I go back. So yeah, I don't mess with these, but these things right here you don't need to worry about those. You don't need to know those. So, with that being said, here we go. First off, what people need to know is how to learn how to control the car. So, let's start with first things. First things first, I'm gonna show y'all a basic on how to drift the car. So basically what you want to do, try to do a little bit of donuts, like normal donuts, so like this. Not too much, just give it a little rip. Now what this is going to do is basically you're just doing donuts, right? So, but if you rip it all the way, watch this. You see how my car just went to the right a bit? It just turned right. That's what makes it look like when you're drifting. So this is drifting. Basically this is drifting. Alright, so when you get the hang of this with the controller, now what you're gonna have to do is start off by doing transitions and getting used to how to control the car. Now for beginners, if you're gonna start off, because here's the thing, you're gonna start off with this car from the beginning when you start playing it. So what everybody needs to get used to is how to drive stuck, and once you get that, you're gonna go level. So you, like me right now, you see I'm a level 25 on the top right corner, and you see how much money I have. I'm a level 25. I started off, I didn't know shit, and I didn't know how terrible I was. I wasn't good at it till I got used to it. So yeah. And now I'm getting better and better. And the only thing is I have problems with tandems. I'm not good with chasing at people with tandems while they leave. It's like I'm trying to hold the line, but I'm not. So here we go. So transitions. Learning how to keep the car sideways. What you're gonna have to do is, once you start taking off, right, your car will start turning slightly, but you're gonna have to keep the car control at its finest. So you see, I'm holding it. You see how I'm controlling the car at its finest? So, I'm holding it, transitioning. And what people make a mistake of is when you just try to hold transition, you're acting like you're actually flying the car. No, just lightly, it's gonna hold the grip of the car while you turn it. But if you do too much, right, like say for instance, say if I do this, right, and you just immediately start braking, like you brake, right? Once you immediately brake, you spun out. You can't do too much. That's why I put it like this much right here. So if y'all see on that bottom right hand corner, you see I'm just doing that much. Now if I was tandeming, it would have been different. So it's all about having control of the car. But y'all don't want to see me drive no maybe some low classic car. Probably y'all want to see me drive something that's even faster and got more horsepower. Well, y'all in for a treat because I'm bringing out one of my best cars that I like to drive. So, we're about to bring out, let's just say, this is going to be like saying IRL kind of car that I'm going to be drifting with. And it's my Ford Mustang. Now this has a lot of power and everything else. And I love this car to death because of how it handles. Like, look at this. I had to use this for someone else's tune. He does great. He's awesome. He's amazing. I use this tune for a reason, and the car, it fits perfectly, and how it handles and everything. But it always want to make me spun the frick out. So, even though the width is at like 300, but it's supposed to be at 2. And it's at 20, based on the torque and everything. And the horsepower, this is actually a Formula D spec car, but it gets wild when it comes to transitions and everything. And I have everything set up the way it should be. So, for more to say, let's just go back on the track. We're going back on this track. West Coast Arena. I ain't gonna lie, but I'm gonna tell y'all this. If you're doing West Coast Arena and you online with a couple people, this actually gives you like a whole lot of money while you're drifting around the track. Like you get like 50 million like hours, and you just drifting around like the whole track on the outside. Like no cap. But let me show y'all, because I'm gonna show y'all the sauce. I'm gonna give y'all 3 sauce type. I'm gonna give y'all 3 key sauces of learning how to art of the drift. Okay, so the jar, so look, listen, the jar is open, okay people? Just listen to what I'm saying. You might think I'm fucking retarded by saying some shit, but look, I'm speaking a little fast. I'm trying to help you out. So, first thing first, when you're starting off to drift, you always want to, okay, let me get the words up. Alright, for real. When you first want to start drift, when you start transition, or what I like to say, when you start initiating, you want to start off going slight left and then hard right. And then once that happens, you're automatically going to drift. But you want to try to maintain of keeping the speed in limitations. Basically, you want to try to stay immediately close to the wall. Not too much, just get like a little grind tap on the wall, so that way your car won't spun out. Now, when it comes to transition, you want to keep going, but you want to transition in when you transition on this side. And we keep going and going and going, you want to transition here. Now, this is going to be the crazy part, because most people just, when you transition, most people just start hitting that wall. You know what I'm saying? Just hard as shit when you transition in this. So, I know, different car. So, when you transition in, you want to grind this whole wall. But formally, I'm going to show y'all a Formula D official line that's been around for generations now. And has always been around for a whole fucking years. Many years now. So, this is the Formula D line. This is where the line starts at. This is where you started. Now, when you start drifting, there's going to be a rolling speed. So I start like a little 30 or 20 roll. Now when I cross that starting line, that's when I take off. So, this is how we're going to do. Y'all going to watch me do this, okay? Watch. what I just did was so far a little bit good, but it could have been better. Now, I'm gonna show y'all what I just did. Okay? Y'all gonna realize I just said some fucked up shit. Well, y'all gonna be like, English, motherfucker. Okay, so here's the thing. Your initiation from when I start off at is gonna end up starting from right where this banner is from the beginning of the turn. And when you start initiating, this whole entire wall will be your outer line clip. This is the whole outer line clip. Right until you come down all the way here to another outer clipping point. This will be a clipping point. So barely touching this will be your outer clipping point into another outer clipping point right here, across through here, going all the way to the last and final clipping point right here, all the way through to the end of this clipping point right here. So now I'm gonna show y'all another one. This is gonna be another line, but look, the jar's still open. So I taught y'all how to transition. Now this is gonna be another one. This one is most comfortable. Now, if y'all look on the right hand side of the RPM, revolution per minute, yeah, I've learned this. So, what you don't want to do, and this is highly especially, everyone always goes to the red line, like all the way to the red, right? You want to stay on the white till like 7. So basically, if I do this, right? But I'm leading, right? I always want to make sure my thing is always at red. But when people mistakenly comes in, when you transition in, okay, y'all see it. But when you transition in, you want to shift down as quickly as possible, and just make sure you keep your RPM still at the red. So what y'all want to do is try to stay on that RPM. Now if you're leading, you want to go keep running full power max. But if you're chasing, you want to not be afraid to keep up with the lead. Like for instance, I'm gonna show you. Okay? Yeah, hold on, give me 1 second. We're gonna do it with one hand. God help me, Jesus. So here we go. This is going to be actual tandem drift run. For instance, okay, if everybody's listening, for instance, watch how I do a tandem run with my team drift car to the Formula Drift. From team drift car to Master Bus. So this is what it's gonna happen. So if nobody don't know this car, this is actually RIL, real life car. This is the actual Nissan Silvia S15. There's different types of Silvias, and I'm gonna show each one of you. But right now, I'm gonna teach you how to do it. I'm gonna do my best camera play. I forgot how to control this bitch. Okay, wait a minute. That's not the best one. Hold up. Hold up. Okay, now, oh shit, I know not this one. Alright, so, shit, we can keep up. One second, I want to use my Toyota, but that's impossible. So, everybody ready? Y'all ready to see this? This is gonna be a better lead in a chase run I ever tried to do. So here we go. Now everybody watch. Watch this as good as ever. Now watch the chase and the lead. The chase is going to be in the inner line zone, but try to keep up with the lead. So basically right here. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, wait a minute. Let's try it again. That's not how I want. Alright, here we go. And by the way, this BMW E36 can keep up with this Silvia. And the crazy thing is, so you see how the chase is trying to keep up with the lead. Most of the times people follow the line, but sometimes when you're leading, it's just like it's trying to pull away. But when you're chasing, it's different. What the chase needs to do is keep up with the lead and stay on the tight line. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna show y'all the replay. Just watch. We're gonna watch this on the outboard camera. Well, not the outboard. We're gonna look on the skybox. So right there, if you see how the lead is on the outside line, just try to stay wide. But the chase is trying to stay on this inner line to catch up with the lead. And the key thing is, it's all about the gap. You see how the gap is like that far? A little bit off, but coming closer and closer. Now, keep in mind, when you're in the competition, like, they host, like, some people host events, and I be watching on live streams like YouTube, Twitch, and sometimes they host an event. Money, but just for fun. So when I see something like this, I always want to be competitive. And I've been in the like couple events with other YouTubers, Twitch streamers, and everything else. So I learned how to drift with other like CPUs, or I do it like to make an example. So wherever I watch and I know there's gonna be a gap between two of the drivers, it's gonna be a little bit off. So basically, like this, as you see, the Silvia is on the outside line and the BMW's on the inner line. Now watch how you. Now the only thing you don't want to do is mess up right there. Just stay close on that line. Now you see how you got. Now you see how the car got closer and closer. You want to stay close to that gap, but be on that car's door. You know, be on that car's door. Like, I wasn't trying to be an aggressive, because sometimes I always want to be aggressive on that part. Like, if I want to be aggressive, I would have done something different. Like, say if I don't know, say if I like switch the roles up, and it'd be like this, the BMW against the Civic. It'll be totally different like this. Watch. Okay, so, like I said, just watch. This is a whole game. Watch this, y'all. So basically, you see what I'm talking about? If the lead, it's like this. I'm gonna tell you this. This is like a rookie mistake. So you see how the leader is just struggling to just lead that, and the chase is just holding that line. Basically, you don't want that to happen, because that would have been on. Because everybody might say, "Oh, it was the lead. It was the chaser's fault. Okay, he crashed into it." Nah, because the lead was already about to spun out. If you think about it, by watching the video. Now watch this. Just watch this. Basically, the lead was just doing fine, just staying right where the chase needs to be at. And this would be like a rookie mistake if you see something like this. And boom, the chase was already, the lead was already about to spin out. So it would have been on the lead, but most times it might be the chase. So if that be the case, we're gonna do this again, and this is gonna be IRL with this car. So here we go. Okay, so Here we go again. This is how a perfect tandem should look like. Right here. Yeah, let's go right here. Oh, that looks so beautiful. Oh my god, I think that's the most perfect tandem I ever seen. Alright, y'all. Watch this perfect tandem. And we're gonna watch it from the skybox. Now, if you see right there, this is how you want to stay close to your lead. To stay as close as you is in the on that inner line that I just did. You want to stay close. As the lead gets wider and wider to the corner, the chase should be right on his door. I'm had time. Why you call me? So that's what I was saying. Sorry about that. Phone call. Snitch it. Anyway, this is how you should be at when you're tandeming with a partner. And you need a good partner to tandem with to understand what he's doing and what you're doing. So that can't right now. Doing something. You know? So this is how it should be. Close to where you and your driver is at. So basically, right where you need to be at. And we're gonna go to photo mode and this shit. So, okay, wait. Right there. You need to be at least close to where his door is at. Where his door is. So basically, at his door, right next to it, or beyond from it. So that's where you need to be at. So, right next to his door. And you see right then and there. People, this is how players always miss them. Is when you try to get that close to their door and everything else, it comes with a cause and effect on this play. So, what this always happens is that sometimes they back off, like for instance, right there, what I did right there, I actually handbrake it just to back him off just a tad bit, and then I catch up to him just like this. I catch up to him, I'm still right at his door, still right there. I kept it, and I followed his line. Now I'm gonna go in a little bit close to his door, just finished, right there next to him. And boom. That's how you should be close to your lead driver to be as a good partner. Now, I'm gonna let y'all watch this from a point of view. Just watch from the start. I start keeping up with him to when I backed off. Now watch. Now everybody saw that I kept up with him. And I think that's how everybody should learn that from. And it's like, okay, it's a little bit. Now let me show you from the article. Watch this. right with him. Stay right with him. Like, you see how much the difference was for me from the start, right? I kept with him from the start right there. And then I break, let him go for just a little bit. So just a little bit, just so I can catch up to it. So I made sure I caught up to him. And I was right there. I caught up to him right there, easy as I needed to be. I kept going and going. Right there. Kept it going and everything. Now you're wondering, why did I start it off by just backing them off? Well, I'll tell you. This is another sauce, and this is part of the sauce. The reason why I backed off from them is because one or three too many things. Thank you. And yes, I'm gonna say this to YouTube. It's already It's already past. It's 12:20 my time, and if everybody knows, today is actually my birthday. So I will be putting links down in my PayPal subscription, or shit. But yeah, and Bigo, if you would be so kind, I don't know, send me like 10,000 beans. I need 10,000 beans, god damn it. So yeah, I appreciate everybody for giving me a happy birthday. It's like this, another year and another day for me to live, and I just want to be blessed that I'm still alive, doing what I want to do, meeting great people, exploring adventures, keep doing what I always do, and just that me going live on the app, or rather be on the console, PlayStation, Xbox, wherever. I'm just happy to be alive and have great friends around. So yeah, I love everybody. I thank y'all. Y'all are the best, but we gotta continue this video. I would celebrate right now, but I'd rather wake up in the morning and just say, it's a happy birthday, or slumber. But let's keep going with this video. So I thank everybody for wishing me a happy birthday. Thank you. I love you. And in fact, you can PayPal me or Cash App me, wherever y'all feel like. It's cool, and I fucks with it. Okay, I fucks with it. So let's keep it going with the video. So yeah, what was I saying? Oh yeah. So let's go back to what I was talking about. The reason why I started off from the beginning as keeping up with him. Now I'm gonna pause it right there. The reason why, and I'm gonna say this, the reason why, let me rotate. As you can tell, the reason why I noticed he let go of the gas, but the reason why I handbraked it and I braked it at the same time is because one or two things have happened and faultly messed up. Either one, I could have just hit him and this would be a disqualification on the thing, or I could have bumped him and made it cause like a crash and then immediately just failed on that thing. So there's two reasons. One, you better use brakes. Like I just paused right there, because you see the lights. I use my brakes and hand brakes to back him up. So just back him off just a bit, so that way I could catch him up. And two, I knew he was slowing down, at that turn, because one, he would have hit that fucking wall right there, and two, that would have been a complete failed drift. So, guys, most importantly, if you're tandeming somebody, please use your fucking brakes. Just don't keep going and you just hit the motherfucker. Just slightly leave your brakes. Just don't brake that hard. I mean, I know I brake this hard and I use my handbrakes, but I still caught up to the dude. So, like I said, boom, right there. Now let's go back. Look, right there. You see how I just did that? Handbrake, brake. I hate this. But look, I could have just literally just hit him, but I handbrake and braked it at the same damn time. It's fucking crazy. I could have just hit him right there, and he would have been straight to the berry. But I didn't. I did as safe as I can. Like, just like that. Look at that. Look at that. That precision. That focus. That focus. Just look at that focus. I ain't gonna lie, people loved my my Nissan, either you want to say 180 SS or 240 SS. I rather call it the 240 because that's what it looked like. It's a 240 SS. And I ain't gonna lie, that might be my future car, but then this is gonna be the Sylvia. So I just love how this is drifting, and I like how I had two of my favorite cars drifting at the same time like this. So yeah, it's actually pretty, I actually like it. And it's, now I'm gonna show one more, okay? This is gonna be the final one. I already showed y'all two. The final one is how you handle the car. Why you holding the transition and steering from your car. This is where a lot of people make mistakes. A lot of people. I ain't picking my phone yet. But this is where a lot of people make mistakes. I repeat. If you're using two, ooh, hey, a lot of talking. Hey, give me a drink. If you are using a tune and your tune is not set up the way you should, or the way it is, or if you don't like how it handles. For instance, let me change this exhaust tip because it looks weird. Matter of fact, I'm not choosing red bumper on this because it looks weird. And it looks so naked like that. Red uses. Oh yeah, sure. It was bothering me. It's bothering me. So leave it like that. Now basically, I'm gonna show y'all what I mean. Basically, what you're gonna do is you're gonna start at a level 1 basic out of the gate. So basically, you're gonna start off and stop. What you're gonna do is you're gonna have to keep leveling up, till you reach the ultimate tool, which means you will unlock it. But it's gonna be at level 11, and that's the last tune to unlock. To get this ultimate set, you want to use ultimate set. You want to get this, and you want to customize every tune that the way you want. See, I'm using somebody else's tune because it actually works for my favor, and it's actually beautiful as fuck. Like this Sylvia, this S15, I love it. It handles well. It works everything. Like the first time I used it, I did not like how it just had short gears, and the horsepower from this game is it's weird as hell. Like you made this at 700 90 horsepower, but it should have more than what you get for the other Civic. So this is a S15. The other ones I'm gonna show you right now. This right here is a S14. Now, don't anybody say something about my car, how I did this. Okay. Yeah, the front bumper. Yeah, this is a S14, and this has way more horsepower than this shit. Cause this is like 100 fucking, almost close to 20 horsepower. Like the fuck? That made no sense. And then the S13, which is, oops, this one right here. This one basically, I think I loaded this shit already. Yeah, but if I'm gonna show y'all because this goes to like 900. This goes like what, 900 something? Let me mess this up. Okay, so this basically goes over 930 plus horsepower. And it handles like a motherfucker. And this got more horsepower than the S15. So I'm telling CarX, and CarX, I know you listening, but listen here. Please, for the love of God, please, can you make the fucking Spectre RS more horsepower? Can you at least give it like a 1200 horsepower like shit? Cause this 700, this 790, it's pissing me off and I don't like it. We want more from this car. We want more. We want more horsepower. Make it a 1400. Something. If we have Kino Miles right now, swear to God, I would switch this fucking engine over. I would just switch. Matter of fact, if I had to, I might switch over to the fucking. I'll switch this engine over to the fucking. Either the Cobra or the fucking Ultra GT, which is known as Nissan GTR R35. Yes, I know all about cars. This is a Nissan 370. This is an Audi R6 or R6 or R7. Dang. This is an Audi 600. No, Audi i6. I think it's an Audi i6. Everybody knows this. It's that a super. Okay, that's what everybody says now. It's a super. And we have the Supra, the new one. It's actually dope. It's actually real. Now, if nobody don't know what the hell this car is, I haven't seen this damn car for like ages. If anybody can guess in the Beagle and on YouTube what type of car this is, some of y'all gonna flip the fuck out. Oh shit, am I live in? What the fuck? Yo, wait, I ain't even hit a fucking assholes. Oh, y'all, I see my fucking Beagle live just ended because everybody keep calling me. Why you ruin my life? Assholes. Well, that's already hit the hour. So yeah, it's a new month, new day. They all win them.
Let's go. Hey boys.
Okay, hold on. But
The other birthday boys at the top.
hey, y'all doing? Hold on a second. I gotta end my shit real quick. Hold on. Wait a bit. I gotta end my shit real quick. But
Birthday to ya. Happy birthday.
I love my fucking friends. Okay, so I'm gonna end this video real quick. I appreciate everybody sending me a happy, wishing me a happy birthday.
Your mama said, yeah, she know you had perfect strangers watching your house.
I love y'all. I will do more later on the day, and I appreciate you guys. I appreciate everybody wishing me a happy birthday and watching me on the YouTube stream. I'm gonna end this video right here. I will go live even more. I love everybody. Thank y'all. Deuces. Peace, swagger. Off the mic and I am out. Later.
Happy birthday, Swaggies.